Have you been curious about or wanted to try incorporating bone broth into your diet, but you weren't really sure about if you wanted to make it at home, or maybe you just had no interest in making it at home? Well, fortunately, there are a lot of brands of bone broth on the market that are high quality, that can bring this nutritious superfood into your home easy peasy without any effort from you other than going to the store and buying it. So that's what this video is going to be about today. I'm going to be taste testing some of what I consider to be the top brands that made my cut as far as what was in them and their nutritional profile, as well as cost, to see which one of those tastes the best. I'm also going to be comparing them to my own homemade bone broth, which I happen to think tastes the best, but we'll see. All of these options genuinely support senior vitality and graceful aging. But I wanted to know which one of these tastes the best, because the easiest way to enjoy bone broth is to warm it and sip it. Today I hope to give you some practical information to help you integrate this high quality superfood into a holistic and natural lifestyle, especially if you don't have the time or the energy to make it at home. Now, bone broth is anti-inflammatory because it's rich in collagen, glutamine, glycine, proline, glucosamine, and chondroitin, and hyaluronic acid. It's got vitamins and minerals like calcium and magnesium and other trace minerals. It's healing and soothing to your digestive tract because all of its nutrients are easily absorbed. I'll link the video up there about how I make my bone broth here at home. I call it the lazy girl's bone broth because it takes a minimum amount of time and effort because I cook it in a slow cooker. All right, let's get to tasting. Okay, here they are. We're doing this ATK style. I have 4 glasses here. All of the bone broths that I selected are the basic chicken style bone broths. All of these bone broths actually have bones in them because, believe it or not, you can buy bone broth on the market. I saw at least 2 brands that don't have any chicken bones, which is weird. I make my own homemade broth without any kind of salt in it, and so I will add just a pinch of the Redmond fine salt to that. So I have a little bit of that here. And then to cleanse my palate between tastings, I've got these water crackers, these are pretty basic. They don't have a lot to them. They're just bland crackers. I also made sure that none of these brands have any flavor enhancers like yeast or gums or sugars. I wanted them to just have what you would normally put in your own homemade broth: bones, water, any kind of herbs or salt if you choose, and apple cider vinegar. And the reason for the apple cider vinegar is that starts the breakdown process of the bones, because what you're doing is you're slow simmering over time in order to get those bones to leach out not only their flavor, but all of their nutrition. All of the bone making material that are going to be inside those bones needs to come out, and the apple cider vinegar helps those actually come out into the water or the broth. Number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's start with number 1. Okay, this has a lot of vegetables in it. It's not bad. It has a very clean taste, but I can also taste the other, I'm sure they put other things like celery, or I'm tasting what is that? Like maybe turmeric or something. There's definitely spices and things in here to give this a more sort of chicken brothy kind of flavor as opposed to just straight chicken. It's good though. I would have no problem sipping this at all. I can also tell that this has salt in it. It's seasoned with salt. Also decided I needed a little water. Okay, ready for number 2. Notice the difference in how all these look. I find that fascinating because they're all, not only do they have chicken and bones, but many of them have other things as well. And we'll go over what those other things are when I reveal to you the brands. All right, number 2. Okay. There is some sort of herb or something in there that gives this like a green pepper flavor to it that I'm not thrilled about because I'm not into green peppers, but it does have that kind of bitter bite. I don't know if it has green peppers in it, but that's what it reminds me of. Yeah, I don't like it. Not to just drink. And this one actually doesn't have any salt added. So just for the heck of it, let's just add a little teeny tiny pinch of salt to this and see what that does. Just a little. That helped it. That definitely helped it be a little more palatable, but I'm not fond of that one. This one, I think I would have no problems using this in cooking, but just drinking, it wouldn't be my first choice. Okay. This one I'm really excited to try because look at the color on this guy. I mean, this one's a little kind of murky. This one's clear, but this one's clear and it has that deep, deep, rich color. So, Okay. What am I tasting? I'm tasting something. What is that? Maybe it's an overabundance of pepper, black pepper that I'm getting. But it's just like, that's the first thing that hits you. I'm not getting chickeny. You know, the chickeny part does come up. But the first thing I'm getting is kind of a shock of black pepper. That's what I'm tasting. I'm not sure if that's what's in here or not. But I will say the flavor's very well rounded. If you like pepper, you might like this. I mean, I'm getting used to it, but that's definitely, I'm tasting a lot of black pepper here. All right, last one. Need a little more. That pepper is hard to get rid of. Okay. To your health. Oh yeah. Chickeny. There's a little bit of like aromatics in there, like maybe celery, carrots to balance that out. This is just really well balanced, and this has no salt in it because this is mine. So let's just put a little pinch of salt. Not that it needs it because it's really, it tastes, this last batch that I made was a really good batch. I added a little bit of ginger to it. It's one of the aromatics that I used. I could drink that all day. I could just. So, 4, homemade is the winner. But this one was a really good runner-up. Yeah, you can tell the balance of the vegetables that are in here is a little bit different from mine, but yeah, it's very chickeny, and it's also has a nice kind of under balance to it. So, want to know what these are? Other than this one, which you now know is mine, let me get them for you. Okay, here's everything. I can't stop eating these crackers, so let me try and get a hold of myself here so we can finish. Here are the brands. The first one is from Epic. It is their home-style savory chicken bone broth. Here. The ingredient list on this is water, chicken bones, chicken feet, onions, and contains 2% or less of celery, carrots, garlic, sea salt, apple cider vinegar, rosemary, and turmeric. It says here, now you can get the goodness of traditional bone broth in a convenient way that's ready for sipping or using in your favorite recipe. So if I was going to buy one, like if I was out of bone broth and I needed to get it in a pinch, I would go with this one. All of these are pretty much the same, in the same price, around $7 or so, and they all have different servings, obviously, in them. So, but this one is going to be my top recommendation. The second one, which I really didn't like at all, this is the unsalted chicken bone broth from Pacific Foods. I think that, let's just see what's in here, because according to this, it has organic chicken bone broth and organic apple cider vinegar. And I called Pacific Foods to make sure that there were actually bones in it, in that bone broth. And they said, yes, they start with bones, that's the material. I think what I'm tasting is that you get kind of a sour, bitter note if you don't roast the bones before you turn them into broth. And they might have used raw bones in here, because that's kind of what it tastes like. There's no, I remember saying that it was like a green pepper kind of taste to it, with that bite, that kind of bitter bite that I don't like. Let me just refresh. Yeah, there's definitely something going on in there that gives us a little bit of a sour note to it. And so that would be my guess. I don't know that, but based on what I'm tasting, is that they may have just used raw bones to make their chicken bone broth material. Number 3 is Kettle and Fire, which I'm sure you've all heard of. They're all over social media. This is their classic chicken. This one has, I'm trying to be careful because this box I don't want to spill. Water, chicken bones, onions, carrots, fennel, leeks, apple cider vinegar, thyme, tamarind paste, mushroom extract, which is just mushrooms. That's kind of what makes this taste so, yeah, not thrilled. That's kind of, I think, maybe it's the tamarind paste that's giving that kind of peppery bite. I'm looking here for a second. Yeah, I do not see black pepper in here, but something's giving it a little bite that I'm not real thrilled about, actually. I think it's the tamarind paste that's giving it that unusual flavor. But, you know, I'm not mad at it. I wouldn't sip this, but I would definitely use it in cooking. And then finally, this is mine, my homemade. And the only thing that I use in mine are the chicken bones, water, apple cider vinegar, and then after that's cooked in the slow cooker for about 12 hours, I will add whatever aromatics that I'm using that day. The last time I made this, I used onion, carrots, celery. I think I put in some dried thyme and some ginger. And next time I make it, I'm going to add some turmeric, because I think that would also make it really nice and even more nutritious. But yeah, this homemade, if you can swing it. And so what I do is I will take the bones from the chicken that we eat, because I do primarily cook chicken or meat on the bone. And my next video is going to be about a soup, an immunity soup that I make, doing just that. So that you can, it's like you make your bone broth right in the pot with the vegetables and the other things you're going to eat, because you slow cook it in a slow cooker. I take those bones and I put them in the freezer. And when I have a bag full or so, I will put it in the crock pot, fill it up with water, and let it go for 24 hours. That produces a product that is highly concentrated. So if you can use it in cooking applications, like the reason that this is like 3/4 gone is because I made a soup last night, minestrone soup, and I use this as the base. So you can use it as a base or in recipes, and it's always going to enrich and give more flavor to whatever it is you're cooking. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're an ATK fan, America's Test Kitchen, and you love this kinds of taste tests, and maybe you'd like to see me do some more, then let me know in the comments. Give the video a thumbs up again, please. And yeah, if you want to see more from me, then please consider subscribing. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a thing here at Free Range Diva. Okay, I'll see you in the kitchen next week, because I will be making that immunity soup, or maybe even sooner. I might put it up even sooner. So watch out for that. And yeah, until I see you again, I'm just going to wish you a wonderful day, wonderful week. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Bye.